Clerk, lead us in prayer, Clerk.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to assemble on tonight. Father, we thank you for life, health, strength. Father, we thank you, Father, for life that we have. And Father, knowing that, Father, that you can change anything that we need changed. And Father, bless this meeting, bless the one that will speak. Father, that will speak in the oracles of you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you everyone for coming out today.
I got
Start off the roll call. Paul Curtis is here, Jeff is here, Wendy's here, Sue is here, Tyler is here, Bronson is here, I'm here, Sherry's here, and Miss Virginia is here. Mr. Warren is on the Zoom due to the fact that he's a little bit under the weather. So, that being said, if you all had a chance to look over we did have, Sue, did you get the changes made on the agenda before?
I didn't give it to you guys, but it's in front of you. So, yes. The hard copy's in front of you. I didn't email it to you. The hard copy's in front of you.
Move approval of the agenda.
I second.
Been properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Approval of minutes from the June 3rd, 2024 meeting.
Move for the approval of the minutes from the June 3rd, 2024 meeting. I second.
Been properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. All right, public participation. Everybody here knows how that goes. You fill out a request form, speak clearly, 3 minutes, and all that kind of good stuff. So, do we have anybody tonight?
Yeah, got me. And I filled out my paper earlier today about 1:45.
What's it?
About 1:45 when I filled mine.
You did
That's
a-
now.
Yes,
Yeah.
Did you not, did you move it, did you get it?
I did not, but I've been in meetings, so it's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
We know you're on it. We just need to.
We take them as you come.
I got a couple of things. They kind of like bothering me. Let me pushing them around. We were supposed to, like, juggling the chair, nice nail me up, whatever, and we keep pushing it back. Now, I think this is where you vote for that one, each up, y'all do that yourself. It's been pushed back 2 times. Why is it? You just forgot about it?
I swear I don't know. I think I know what you're talking
I
about.
think I know you know what I'm talking about, when we talk.
Yes.
You don't forget how?
I didn't forget.
All right, see, I don't know. What about you? You don't forget? Oh, what about you, Michelle?
I didn't forget about it, but it's not on the agenda.
Yeah, it's been on a few times, but we keep throwing it around. Why don't we handle it now? I'm gonna say it like this, we keep jumbling things around. I'm gonna give you another for instance, that you might have forgotten, but we got our GM here. Our time was up in February. You all were supposed to be evaluating, see if we're gonna keep it. If you do a good job, man, stop that. But we didn't do that.
Can I answer that question?
Uh-huh.
The time was not up in February.
What was March?
Pardon me?
What was March?
Next week.
Next
February
year.
2020.
Next year.
Fine.
Okay, here again, I have documents where we changed the whole thing around. For as dates, I go to your office and go to your office to give me what I want. And I showed her this, and she changes. And it's for your benefit, the way I see it. But what I'm saying is, it's not that. It's in your favor. This is the original, and I got 5 or 6 of them. I always ask those girls to give me that, and they do. And if you look at that, it's good. Now, what I'm saying is, look like the GM has the right to change tolerance.
What's the
And
difference?
that's wrong.
What's the difference?
Look at it. Well, she can change, so you don't have to worry about it. I mean, if she can do that, the people don't know how to go. We can just be here forever.
Are you talking about the terms?
Yeah.
What is he calling?
Terms.
I think I typed up the original one. And I would.
Nobody can change the terms.
Yeah.
That's set by the.
You don't lose your blind eyes. It's like that.
We do an
Nobody's
election.
changed it because I go for re-election in April. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's changed it. Supervisor of Elections Office, make sure. Supervisor of Elections Office, make sure we do
This
that
is
right.
the new.
The only thing
Yeah,
that
she said she thinks
changes,
you typed it wrong.
the only thing that changes the,
Yeah, we changed it from being in September to April.
Yeah.
yeah,
We did that 2 years ago.
or do.
Well, Mr. Aaron was still here. Yeah, Mr. Aaron was still here.
So really, the people of Bronson have no right on anything.
They will, they get to vote in April. I mean,
Well,
Yeah,
when
but-
they voted before, they got you in for, I think it was a couple of years. Now, it's been bumped up to 4 years.
It's always
it's always been.
It's always
been
been 4 years.
always been
4
4
years
years.
before we started.
We've had 4-year
Well,
terms.
that paper that I got from your office doesn't say that. I know you can do that.
Because it was typed up wrong. It's been 4 years for,
Oh,
I haven't been on here long, but it's probably been 4
so
years. since I
somebody
was on.
tightened it up wrong, right?
It's a footnote in the charter, if you read the charter, where they changed, the election from September to April.
What I'm saying,
But before then, there's a footnote in there where the council was somebody, it was 2 years, but they got a footnote where it's 4 years. Every council member has a 4-year term.
all I'm saying is, it looks like the GM can do what you want.
But
And
Elijah,
you all have no say so, but you hide it.
She hasn't changed it.
Yeah.
Nothing has
Elijah, this was
Don't
me. This was, Elijah, this was me.
Oh, you
Sub
can.
Kelly came in and I had to type this up real quick and I got the terms. That was all me. Because I pulled up their start dates in QuickBooks because I have their, when they were elected. And I forgot what terms or what because I don't know it off the top of my head.
So that ain't got changed.
No,
It's a misprint. She
It's a
typed it up
misprint.
wrong.
And I'm owning my mistake that I wrote
It's a
the wrong
mistake.
date.
Error.
That's why it's right here.
Well,
It
that's
got
what
changed to the
I'm going
correct
by
date.
what you gave.
It's,
That's all. I'm going by
Nothing's been changed.
Nothing's
Nothing's changed.
It's always
I
been 4 years.
miswrote
It's
it.
got
I
4
did the
years.
Everybody got
wrong
4
thing.
years, and the election will be in April.
And Curtin and Tyler are up in April, correct?
take the seat.
Yes.
All right, back to the voting for your last meeting. I think, Virginia, she was vice, and she gave it to, Michelle.
And it failed because it was 3 no's
No,
and
it
2
didn't fail
yeses.
for Sherry. It didn't fail for Sherry.
No.
Oh, no, not for Sherry. I thought you were talking about the revote.
Yeah, everything's.
Well, no, it's not, because calling you, I'll go back on your word, you were saying that the way it was worked up, it wasn't fair. You talking that.
What you talking about? Are you talking about running for council or the mayor or
Now,
what? What are you talking about?
what I'm talking about is, you all vote among yourselves for who you want to be in what seat.
Yes,
Am I right?
yes,
So that did not get complete.
yes, until it's changed, the
So
child.
you just changed it.
Until there was an offer, there was a motion on the table last month, or last meeting, excuse me, to go and get a judge to make a decision that was voted down. So it's done. Anybody else? Information lines. There's a meeting tomorrow for the W3C Walker Sasson Water Walker Board meeting. On the 18th at 1 o'clock, see your key, you're all welcome to come. Town hall will be closed for Wednesday, June the 19th, for Juneteenth. Palmetto Place pre-application meeting is Wednesday, June the 26th. What is that?
That's the housing development.
So I just wanted to put that on there so you guys saw that it's actually moving forward, because I know you've asked a few times. So, myself and our building official, Mike Staggs, are going out to town of Tioga and having a meeting with JD Pro and the builder. It's their pre-application meeting to discuss those first couple houses.
Y'all going out there?
Yes, that's where their business is based, is in Tioga. Their office is in Tioga.
So they going to
Tioga, sorry. So we have a meeting, so my point is it's moving forward finally.
They couldn't come to us.
Sometimes they do, sometimes we go. We've been there once, they didn't work at the time.
It's for the first two houses, right?
It seems like they're, like, not trying to be funny, but, he's not getting, like, everything done on Wednesdays. Like, it seems like, yeah, like, he wasn't here but half of the day this last Wednesday.
He's only here half a day.
He should be here the whole day. And it's bad that we only got him booked for one day. But this is not working. It's flat out not working. People need things done, and they can't even get, so him leaving here to go to Tioga is taking up residents that need him here.
I agree. I mean, if there's particular things that are not getting done, tell me, because obviously I need to get that over to Safe Bills. I mean, in general,
Well,
I go over everything on Wednesdays with Kelly to see, how many, applications he needs to review, how many inspections he has, because he meets with me also. So, to the best of my knowledge, he was getting everything done. So if there's something that's falling through the cracks.
no, and for somebody to have to wait a whole week for an inspection just don't make no sense. It really doesn't. We got so much going on here in the town to where we need, if he can't do it all, we need to at least see if the county can pick up something like they were doing before
That's not
or
gonna happen.
something. Well, this is not working. We are losing.
The cost here is what we're talking about, which is just out the roof to do this.
I mean, we only get him a couple hours a week. That's what our
Now,
contract
he has made this, to me, he has said a couple of times that we have something special come up,
Yes.
because he is in Chiefland on Wednesday, Tuesday,
Yeah, I don't know what days he goes, but he's in Chiefland and Williston, a
Williston.
day each.
and he said that if you'll call him, he would come over here to do something,
Correct. He can do an off-day inspection if, somebody needs it.
if it needed.
So let me know. Like I said, if there's something that's falling through the cracks, I need to know that, because I will definitely make sure that.
So far, he has accommodated everything. I mean, it's just like the garbage pickup. I mean, yes, they have problems, but,
It's different when you're waiting on an inspection. It's totally different. And now with the new, because inspections the list is not getting smaller, they're getting larger. And we have more people moving here. We got a lot of people building here. It's a long time to wait a week
I agree.
Yeah,
for a field inspection.
and then if you miss that week, you
Right.
waited 2 weeks.
Right, and there was a customer that was waiting to speak to him to put in her application this last Wednesday, and he was not available. So she gonna miss that week.
So they need to, in that case, they would need to contact you to get him on one of the other days.
Yeah, just let me know.
Well, my sister went through the same thing. And what happened, the paperwork was lost. Do you remember that, too?
Yes.
He was up there late that night. And that was, but whenever he came out there, all he do was walk around the house. They're good to go. So if he works like that, why is he behind?
Well, the only reason why I say anything about it, because if he's driving from here to Tioga for a meeting, when they could come here, and then he could go, if we don't have him but a half a day, that's an hour right there, just riding to Tioga and back, and he's gonna have to grab some lunch.
It is.
what we need, it's gonna be a
Yeah,
more of a problem.
Yeah, but if we ain't got him but a half a day and he's spending an hour to go to Tioga and come back, they could've came here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's,
I understand, I understand.
So the stuff that he's gonna do on the Wednesday when he comes, you have in advance, so like when he comes, he knows he's got that, and the other. So if you look at what he's gotta do on Wednesday, are y'all gonna, is it gonna be stuff that's missed because?
I mean, he's still gonna do his normal work, so if he has, you know, applications to review, he has inspections to do, he's still gonna do them.
Okay.
And he doesn't leave here until he
Until
gets
he's
his work
done.
done. Correct, so sometimes it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, well, it depends on how much we have going on that day. That's why I'm saying, if there's missed work, let me know, because I haven't seen anything missed. So please let me know, because I do need to get that feedback over to Safeville, if there is.
Now, that's just like, that's the same scenario with, just like I said, with the garbage and everything else like that. If you have a situation, Sue needs to be told that, we can approach, you know, accommodate it for whatever it's worth. So if you do have a situation, just call it in.
Because I literally just saw them at the FCCMA conference, and they always follow up with me every couple of months and say, how's it doing, is there any issues, you know, what's going on, so.
but I think people were under the impression that he was here on Wednesdays. Then it went to, he's not here, but on half of Wednesday.
And he's never been here all day on Wednesday, ever. The whole time I've been here. Prior to me being here, it's only been half a day since I've been here. He goes someplace else.
He goes to, he goes to Crystal River.
Right.
And he fixing to have a field day then.
I'm going there too.
Now, when we first got them, they used to be here all day at one day, you know, unless he didn't have anything to do, and then he would leave. So, I
So
don't,
maybe that changed, but ever since I've been here, it's only been half a day.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, moving right on, Bread of the Mighty Food Bank will be Friday, June the 28th at 9:30. Democratic Executive Committee meeting is Saturday, June the 29th at 4 p.m. I'm assuming that's here. First budget workshop, where we go, is Monday, July the 1st at 5 p.m. Two fun days are here. Our next town council meeting is July the 1st at 6 p.m. 4th of July festival is Thursday, July the 4th at 6 p.m. And, do we need to go over anything on that?
You hear that, Bob? The sign, 6 o'clock.
Hopefully I get from the sign, yes. So right now we've got 6 food trucks and 6 vendors. And then we've got the fireworks all set up.
They're here.
They're here.
Mhm.
We've got the movie purchased, ready to go.
What's the movie?
We had to change it. They didn't have the rights to the one we said, so it's Top Gun Maverick. New Top Gun.
They don't have the rights, none of those.
So I think we should be
We
good.
won't have one until next year.
Okay. Next thing up is SRLC Ethics Training. It's Thursday, August the 1st at 1 p.m. in Ross City. So if anybody needs to take your ethics in person, you need to contact Sue or call direct.
Either way, I can sign up for it.
Yeah, that's Thursday, August 1st. All right, Sue, I'll turn it over to you.
So, first up is the second reading of ordinance 24-02. Go ahead and read that into the record. Ordinance 24-02, ordinance to regulate, limit, and restrict the weight of commercial vehicles operated on residential streets, containing definitions, specifications, exceptions, enforcement provisions, and an effective date. So I know the last time we talked about this was a month or 2 ago. So just to bring everybody back up to speed. City of Chiefland, City of Williston, Town of Inglis all have an ordinance regulating the weight of commercial vehicles. The weight restriction is 10,000 pounds in all 3 of those municipalities. And as you recall, we exempted things like garbage trucks, deliveries, construction projects, commercial businesses, municipal vehicles, and then we also added any vehicle devoted to bona fide agricultural pursuits when used accordingly. So this is the second reading. Up for vote.
All right. Pleasure of the council, we do need to vote on this.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance number 24-02.
I second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries.
Sue,
Yes.
this doesn't have the time.
Oh, thank you for telling me that.
It has the time of the fireworks, but it doesn't have that it starts at 6.
I will change it. Thank you. I haven't had to read it, so.
Can I ask a question on ordinance 24-02? Now, the trucks that parked on my property, I don't know how much they weigh. They cut down trees and they've been parking there for.
It's not damaging the road, though. I think this is just.
The dump trucks?
Huh?
The dump truck,
No.
right?
No.
No, they put the bucket trucks, they do them.
Bucket truck,
I don't think it's the same kind of, because it's not messing up the road. These trucks was
Yeah, I
messing
know
up the
those
road.
15 good, but I just wanted to know.
You should be.
I don't want to get a bill saying I owe $5,000 because I got a truck on there.
They're over 10,000 pounds. Technically, that, I mean, that's what that says, is they're not supposed to be in a residential area, yes.
What is that?
If they're over 10,000 pounds.
I don't know how much. They've been parking there for the last, what, 10 years almost?
it's been a while.
Do they have anywhere else they can park?
That's why they park in there.
Is that Central Florida? Are they Central?
It's those Buford trucks. That are right there, like.
See, is that gonna impact you in any way?
No, they not paying me. They just parked there because they didn't have nowhere to park. I just let them park there because it's not doing,
Okay.
It's not messing up the road.
yeah, the property was just there and they needed somewhere to park.
Well, they come down Pine Street.
But you're not making any money off of it, or you're not renting the spot.
And all they do, they just leave my house and head back out here to post office. That's all the road they use.
And we don't have sewer. Yeah.
You know, think of it, listen here. They might be the ones, if you go at the corner of Pine Street, there's a culvert there, and it's busted. Maybe they live Pine Street Road.
At the kind of corner of Pine Street where,
Right, and Pine Street, well, as you turn.
like going out to the main road?
You'll see that, yeah.
It's 27.
Yeah, it's busted, yeah.
I think they did that when they did the road.
construction.
Yeah, and didn't we just had something that we had to fix there. It was like 3 meetings ago, on that corner. Yeah, we had something we had to fix. I forgot what it was.
That was all the construction when they were doing the turn lane, they cut it and made it wider. All the entrances here, they made them a little bit wider because they were so sharp.
Yeah, did it, I know.
So I don't know anything.
If it's broke, they'll probably not have a replacement by any construction or not.
It's bad. And they all guys take a ladder with them, you see.
Okay. Let's see.
It was mainly because in the areas where those trucks are parking at, it's messing up where the sewer is. But there's no sewer over there, so it's not really the same problem.
I'll take a picture of the culverts and the damn barrels.
All right, next up is to discuss the fire assessment rates. So every year, I guess it used to be June, just, gee, it's now answer advisory, comes back and asks about if we want to keep the fire assessment rates the same, or if we want to change them. So when they asked me that, I asked them if we would have to do a new feasibility study to change the rates. They said no. So I just asked them for two different scenarios. If we were, and again, the current rates are, residential is 129 per dwelling unit, non-residential, which we refer to as commercial, is 2 cents per square foot, and vacant land is $8 per parcel. If we wanted to do a 5% increase in our revenue, the residential would be raised from 129 to 137. Everything else is the same. And to get a 10% increase in our revenue, the residential would go from 129 to 144. No change in commercial, and then the vacant land would go from $8 to $9 per parcel.
Why did they do it with no change in commercial?
It's because it's 2 cents,
I
and
was saying, why did they do it up to
because 2 cents times 1.05 is still 2 cents. There's not enough of a difference there. It was just, I was just wanted to put out there, we can keep them the same. I was just, because things have changed, obviously things have gone up in the last 2 years since we first passed this. I don't know if you guys want to look at a 5% or 10% increase. We can do whatever you want. This is just strictly for information purposes. We want to keep it the same. And I don't know what the county's doing. I haven't heard if they're keeping them at 129 or if it's changed. I don't know.
They don't know. Not yet.
They may be having the same conversation.
Stuff has definitely gotten more expensive.
Well, we can see what the county's gonna do, because if they're gonna increase and increase, that's it.
They don't pay the counties.
What about that?
We just remember we matched the county at the 129 for residential.
Anybody in the municipality doesn't pay the counties. They pay the EMS.
What's the check with the rest of the municipalities? You see what
I guess this was just me giving us some information. We have to get back to them pretty quickly though, because it has to go on the trim. So,
Anybody got any other thoughts on this? I don't have a problem with increasing it because everything else is going up. I mean, it's just inflation is hitting everything hard. But then again, you're going to get double dip. If you're not careful. So, I mean, we can't get double dip with the county, just like Tyler said. But, cost of operation for our fire department is definitely, what it was this time, 2 years ago, I promise.
Stuff is constantly breaking down. I'm not opposed to raising it. What do we get now? Off the total fire system, we get 68,000? 60,000 after they take their cut?
yeah, it's right around 70.
70.
So we give you an extra $6,000 a night. It's not a lot.
That's not a lot. It'll help have the fuel bill.
Because we don't know what the county is gonna do, we can go with the 5%.
The county doesn't affect us.
No, I don't
They
think
don't
it's
pay
because we matched
taxpayer.
it.
They don't, the people in the municipality don't pay the county.
We don't pay it.
We don't pay the county for our assessment, but if they raise other parts of their stuff, then that's gonna affect everybody else. That was what I was saying.
And I don't even know if the county raised theirs last year. I don't.
Last year, I don't think
They
it did.
left 129.
It was 1.9.
Just because it was 2 years ago.
Maybe it was still 1.9. They left that and left the assessment the same as last year. But I know we're talking about raising it, I think that's the raising it from 16 or
116.
How much time you got? How much time you got?
They want to answer, we want wanted an answer a few days ago, and I said, I need to wait till the council meeting, so.
Yeah, I saw that in the
Pretty
email.
imminently, I mean.
In the email, she told them that, you know, we didn't have another meeting until today. Yeah, I'm okay with the 5% also.
How much do you pay them? What's their cut? So you don't get all that money.
No, I want to say it's $7,500. I think it's $3,250 payments, but $7,500. So they still get something, yes, every year to do this.
So, now you're gonna have to pay them,
You pay them no matter what. No matter what.
I'm saying they just advise, right? They advise you. And they
Well-
the one did the,
They did the study, and then they work with the
30.
property appraiser, the tax collector to get them all the information, make sure it's on trend. There's resolutions they need to put together. They put a whole calendar together of everything that needs to be done throughout the, trim process. So they do, they do stuff. It's not, we're not just giving $7,500 for nothing.
There's in there a series of fire hydrants that we're gonna have to replace anyway.
Several fire hydrants are gonna be replaced or repaired.
Because I noticed that around town, there's several that have bags on them that
Yeah.
can't be
Just
used.
working on the list right now.
Some of the threads are messed up, where you can't screw hose onto them, or some of them just leave them under the ground, and you pick them off, gaskets are bad, or whatever.
So you can have a fire and a way to put it in.
And some pots are.
Yeah.
Probably looking at purchasing another vehicle for med response.
The increase would be $1.25 a month if you got it on a monthly.
That really flat, 5%?
10.
10?
$15.
So you asked, could you do it without the study? Do they still have to do the study?
Not if you're within the parameters, yeah.
Because it was a high end, I don't remember what it was, but we were pretty far from that high end,
Yeah, it was-
because we decided to match the county.
It was another two, it was almost 200.
Two something, yeah,
It was 200.
it was high. So we can't go over that amount, but we go anywhere in between.
Are we supposed to reassess every 2 years? Is there a reason why after 2 years they did it, or they just asked?
They just ask every year, because they need to know exactly what to put on the trim list. We had the same conversation last year, and everybody was just agreeing to stay with the 129.
Last year, we were trying to get into the fire department, the new firehouse.
No, we got
Personally, I would be opposed to the 10% increase, just because the cost of everything going up. I mean, it's $15 increase per year, and $1 per parcel on vacant land.
now y'all gonna have to realize, the majority of the people that you're taxing are poverty level. Because most of them over at school, and they're on these fixed incomes. You say $15 is nothing to us, but if you're, just say you're getting $1,200 a month, and you got your rent, you got $15 is a lot. So.
Not personally. And I think that just knowing what the increased costs are and the needs that the fire department is gonna have as far as things that's gonna have to be replaced, and I think y'all should actually know that before you decide to raise your assessment. Everything went up, sure enough, but you ought to at least know where this increase gonna be a help. I mean, and because if you point that out to the citizens, it's a lot more acceptable than just say everything will get more expensive, so we're just gonna raise all the assessments. But he should have an idea of some of the things, the increases that he's had to face and some of the things that's gotta be replaced or fixed, what those things cost. If you say those things to the public, they accept it better, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not
Put a list off to you.
Yeah,
I
we
can put a
know,
list off to you right now.
we know there's high.
We're fixing to approve the purchase of a brush pump motor tonight, that's $2,000. We got truck 70s at the shop again, because it just messed up on the way back
It's
from a call.
dead.
Huh?
It's dead, Joe.
Yeah. Brush truck is now having trouble starting.
The fire hydrant.
Fire hydrants, they're $1,200 a piece, something like that. You have to, more than that now, yeah. Just the maintenance costs, we were over the budget in like the first 4 months and what we had budgeted for maintenance.
That's what's important for people to know. I mean,
We were in the red the first 4 months in maintenance cost. So we had to get the truck 70, we had to get fixed, and there was something with the engine.
Brush truck's 20 years old.
Yeah, brush truck's 22 years old now.
And that call volume, so.
Yeah, we're at 613 calls, 612 calls already.
So far.
Granted, 85% are met, that's why we're looking at another vehicle replace truck 70 as like a quick out med response. I've already contacted the place we bought the public works trucks to get a price on trucks from them. And we still have some grant money left in purchasing the pumper. So we're looking to hopefully get a quick out med response truck. Something that's brand new and dependable. Since that's, yeah, it's the F-150.
Can you check with Chiefland and Wilson, see what they're going up to?
Wilson doesn't have a fire assessment yet, they're still working on
I
theirs.
think they're implemented next year.
Right.
Because usually if you see theirs and you tell your customers, you know, all the surrounding areas are this amount, you know, and this is what we gotta do.
Chiefland just implemented theirs last year, didn't
Yeah, they have
You know, they-
they? They upped theirs last year.
Do you know what it is?
Are you sure?
I don't remember
I thought it still said 129.
I know it was the county, I don't know when, how long ago it was.
There's a lot of stuff that's got to be fixed, replaced.
The doors, so are we gonna have to pay for any of that?
No.
Expense of the doors?
No, there's a brand new door sitting out back right now, just waiting for the door company to
Put it on?
put it in.
Okay.
They worked that out between the contractor and the door company. He bought the parts required and they were gonna cover the labor.
That's it.
But maintenance and fuel alone is over a $9,000 increase. You know, that's, if you're filling up that brush truck every day with diesel, 20 gallons of diesel a day is, I don't know how much we buy it for in the county for, but it adds up fast.
That's my question. How much does the county contribute to the trucks? Don't they spend as much time out there in the county? And most of the wear and tear on the trucks probably come from the rough county roads.
County, you know, how much does the county give us? They make half of the new truck payment on the pumper, which is $25,000.
Let's see, 180?
180 or 190. I think it was 190,000.
They might need to kick in some more money for maintenance. Because I know they roads tear my truck up.
That's when we,
That's coming up with the chief meetings when they start talking about that with county. We've already talked about that.
Yeah, because I see y'all's trucks in the county more than I see them in the city limits.
Oh, 100%.
Where are we on, I guess I'm gonna wait till he's up there, but the possible with the medical people sharing in some of the, coming to the firehouse and sharing in some of the expenses for that. I mean, I know that doesn't help with maintenance, but it will help with some of the other stuff.
I'll talk about it, yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, we'll update. I mean, there's not much change, but I'll tell you what I've been hearing.
I think she was asking before voting on this, though, you know, just to
That ain't
see.
got nothing to do with this.
Okay. Oh, are they gonna pay to to alleviate some of the expenses for them being there?
They're paying half the bills.
Okay.
They pay half of all the bills.
Right, that doesn't help with the
It
maintenance, I
came
know.
like 15, it came, what is it, 15 or 20,000 a year? 15, is that what it came to? They pay half the internet, half the electric, half the water, sewer, half the pest control, half the cleaning supplies. Because obviously it's still gonna, it's gonna increase once they move in there, because they'll be using more power 24/7, but they're gonna pay half of it either way. It's not a set figure, it's whatever half the bills are.
Right. Which doesn't help our maintenance fees, but it
Yeah.
will help on the other expenses.
Chief Lynn's residential is still 129. They did not increase it.
Yeah. But theirs hasn't been implemented long either, have it?
Last year,
Well, so they implemented it last year.
yeah. Let's see if anything's changed theirs along. Just trying to find a residential property. See any of the ones you can think of?
It's got a fire assessment.
Right.
See if each one got one. You can't really look at that for towards base.
English is only $76, so there's
Williston's is gonna be, I don't know what Williston's is gonna be. It's gonna be higher because they just have to order a ladder truck. State, yeah, if so many of your buildings are over 2 stories, the state makes you have a ladder truck. So I see the has to have one. They just told Mark, he wanted to get your ladder truck. They basically spent $500,000 on a fire truck. What y'all think?
If we're gonna
What y'all
do
think?
increase, I'd rather do the 5 to the 10, if we have to do an increase. And it sounds like from the expenses that we're gonna need to, but I wouldn't wanna do, I mean, I'd rather do $8 versus the $15. Either way, it's more money.
Just a little bit, yeah.
And I think with what you said is we have the expenses, we kind of meet halfway.
Yeah.
That would be my personal thing. Because I know stuff costs money, but everything costs money.
Yeah.
So I'd rather see, if we had to do an increase, I'd rather do an $8 increase than a $15 increase.
So if you only do the 5% increase, the vacant land will go up. You can't change that.
It's just the residential too.
What's pleasure?
5% is fine with me. Anything is gonna help something.
Yeah, I'm not okay with 10 this year.
Make a motion to accept a 5% raise in fire assessment rates.
I said,
Probably moved to second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, same motion.
Alright, next up in your packet is the FEMA Hazard Mitigation Grant Program application. This is for the drainage improvement from Oak Street to Gilbert Street. This is a very small portion of this entire application package. But again, I just kind of wanted you guys to see what we've been working on here. So, again, for everybody on the same page, the county, so the governor announced more than $6 million in awards for communities that were impacted by Hurricane Idalia. At this point, we've got 3 municipalities that decided to take advantage of this program. So us, Yankeetown, and Cedar Key. There was about 30 different projects that were on the list, the local mitigation strategy list. So I put this one on, I think, 2 years ago. And again, this is for the, I call it the swimming pool out front. It's like a little swimming pool out front. So the total project cost is $467,040. And the good thing is that John McDonald worked very diligently to get us a waiver of the 25% cost match, because we only had a 25% match. So if we're awarded, we would get 100%. We don't have to pay anything. Basically what would happen is the road that is currently paved with the swimming pool would be elevated 2 feet to help with this drainage that we have a problem with. The way it works with FEMA, you always have to have an alternative project also. So we did have to give them an alternative. The alternative is to create a stormwater management pond, basically behind in that little green area by where the dumpster on the county land, basically, on the county land over there. So kind of toward town hall. If I'm looking out like our front door, there's a little green area right there. That's where the stormwater pond would have to be. So we don't want to do that because we'd have to get permission or get that land from the county or whatever. And it's more expensive. It's $542,000. So this is a less expensive option. But you have to, no matter what, you have to give them 2 different options. So if we get the grant, Shannon Williams, who you guys met from Gateway Grant Writing, the one that we're using for the Wakasasa, she will be doing all the grant management for us. It's about $22,000. And it would be a 4-year project. From what I've heard from John, he has said that they work, if you go through this application process, which took the better part of 2 months, I was meeting with this woman, Bridget from Tidal Basin. Basically, they hired an outside firm to help us with this because this application was well in excess of 50 pages. I mean, it was a lot. They have all these FEMA maps and all kinds of stuff. So, but if you go through that application process, there's a very good chance that we're going to get this grant. They want to award as much as they can. And of all the projects, the 5 that actually went through the process, ours is the least expensive. The town of Yankeetown's got 2 projects. One is residential elevations, it's $4.3 million. And then elevating town hall, which is $719,000. And then Cedar Key did 2 projects, again, residential elevations, $2.5 million. And then elevating their city hall for $583,000. So our project is definitely less expensive. So we have a pretty good chance of getting this project, which would be great because it would eliminate that little swimming pool area outside. So we just submitted it recently, so we'll see what happens. But again, the application's in your file, so you can take a look at it. And that was it on that one. And then the second one that I want you guys to take a look at, and it's much smaller than this bigger one. You guys will remember a couple weeks ago we talked about Retail Strategies, the company that will be coming in here and helping out with economic development and trying to get new business here in town. I told you it was $40,000 for the contract. Again, I worked with Sarah Beth. She's our contact over at Retail Strategies. So this application with Duke Energy is for $25,000. And then you guys asked if we could find a way to do the additional $15,000. And we got that from FREDA, the Florida Rural Economic Development Association, agreed to do the additional $15,000. So if we get this $25,000 from Duke, we'll have the $40,000. We don't have anything in our pocket. And we would actually do the whole study for us. So it's good news. That's one of the things that I'm working on.
Very good. Very good. All right. First.
I think this is a carryover from the last meeting that the town had down there in Grove. I think the cemetery meeting is supposed to meet and see what they would do.
Yeah, we tabled it to this meeting, so.
Yes, you did, table it, for this meeting.
I think in the package there's 2 quotes. There's 3 quotes total, but 2 by the same person for different options. And then Tyler got in contact with Inline Fencing Services. And this was passed on to the cemetery committee to look to see what they can do. And then we was talking about various things about checking the chain fence all around it and this the whole thing. And just kind of fading at that point for the option. Whatever the cemetery committee came up to take what they wanted to do. What's the fix?
What y'all come up with, Mr. Elijah?
That fence that you was talking
What about?
about, that's the one I
Do the whole thing? Do the whole thing, with the T-posts?
Yeah, yeah.
And that would be the one for inline fencing
Yeah.
for 12,000.
12,000.
12,000.
What,
Now I want to know what that's.
what American Wire Fence looks like?
That was one of the questions they were asking.
Go to Google. Let's see.
American Water System Square.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
around field fence.
Yeah, it's just all.
What we call all.
When they had this in the cemetery meeting, they kind of like the prices that Tyler had quoted, 12,900, whatever.
12, yeah.
But they didn't, he didn't have a picture of the fence, you know? So they didn't know, they didn't want to vote on something that they had to see.
Yeah, that's what they wanted to see, what it was like. It was a better project, because it was going to enclose the whole cemetery, but they wanted to see what they was getting.
Yeah.
Because this was in there.
Didn't have
Now,
a
you got
picture.
a picture of,
I sent it to her, I think she's kind of looking, she's looking for it.
I think it's the same thing that's out there, it's just a little
It's
version.
like the,
Because on the front part, there's
It's got-
fence.
it's just got
that's
bigger,
there.
it'll have bigger squares than that right there. It'll be a little bit bigger. Those are 2x4, so it'll be 4x4 instead, and that's on steel posts, so it kind of. That's what they consider an oak line, but that's not the picture I had in my phone. So instead of just 2x4, it'll be 4x4 squares. You want to see a picture, Mr. Elijah?
Come out to my house, I'll show you a bunch of them standing up.
That's what, it kind of like that, it would be, instead of two, the squares would be a little bit bigger. Instead of 2x4, it'll be 4x4.
Oh, they'll be bigger.
Yeah, they'll be a tad bit bigger, 2 inches wider.
So it's gonna be a total of 2,350 feet, that's gonna do the whole thing, and that's where the 12,000 comes in.
That, and they're gonna take away all the old fence, right?
Yeah, it was like $1,000.
They gonna clean the fence.
Yes.
And then put
And
a
that was with having the
in
gate,
that other road.
that was with having the gate down there at the second entrance in case we ever needed to start using it.
I can see the, let me see the papers.
Are we good to go on a vote on this, or?
We're on a piece of lips, Kurt says he can't.
Yeah, I see the one, that's the 16-foot gate.
Yeah, that's the only one I had, it was that one down there on that.
Did the cemetery committee know about the T-post? Were they okay with that?
Doing steel posts instead of wood fence posts.
What they did, when they had the meeting, they was talking about they liked the prices and stuff and everything, but they wanted to see a picture of what they was actually going.
Yeah.
So on that estimate, it has metal posts instead of wooden posts. So that's what she was asking. What did they understand?
the metal post was different, right?
Steel posts and wood posts are about the same price. They cost like $6 a piece of them.
The steel post probably would be better.
That's what the estimate is.
They don't
That's
roll.
what, yeah, that's what the
That's what
estimate, the estimate includes
It's a
steel
no-go.
posts.
They
And I
don't
put
roll.
how to do that, that's what Virginia and then mentioned.
I was just asking to make sure that everybody was okay with it, you know what I mean, before it's done.
We just want to see a picture of the,
Yeah. They want to see what they
Do you want me to send the picture to the cemetery committee so they can see it? Would that be helpful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Franklin, you ahead of it.
I was gonna say, if you
You're
are
okay.
We gotta wait till the next meeting, I'm gonna get another quote.
If you okay,
You want to do it now?
and you and Mr. Knott okay with it,
They ain't gonna have a meeting till,
Prices go up.
August. They ain't gonna get another meeting.
Definitely, I have to get
Just
another quote.
approve it.
Well, I'm fine, but what about it all?
there's three of us in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the three of y'all are okay with it.
It's gonna look better than what's there now.
Yeah.
Y'all want something different, that's gonna be better.
And now they're here for hood.
I say, yeah, approve it. Stop kicking the can down the road.
I make a motion that we accept the $12,000 bid from Inline Fencing to fencing the cemetery.
I second.
Probably moved and seconded. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carried.
No pumps, no nothing?
All right.
Different one.
Hey, this is the cheaper route. The one we was gonna have was double. Triple.
Brush fire technician, black brush fire, quit, so. And we took it up to, somebody to fix it, so but I'll just replace it. I'm finding this time of year, it's fire season out west, and all the stock's been shifted. I checked with 4 different distributors, the only one we had a bump I could get, it would have to come back from Oregon. So, 2.5 weeks out, $4,500 plus shipping.
It's cheaper to fly out than to drive it.
Looking at the whole thing, the pump's still, in my opinion, good on the truck. So we just replaced the motor on it. It's running between $1,500 and $2,000. We'll save that much and we'll keep rolling. The truck's 20 years old. I'm looking to replace it in the near future. So I'm getting some grants for that this fall. So I don't know if we want to spend a whole bunch of money on that. We can still make it functional. It's having issues right now. We can drive it a little bit, it works fine, and we shut it off, it's not starting. So, just one of those things, you know, trying to stretch budget and try to keep things functional so we can use it. So it's a 16 or an 18 horse Briggs and Stratton dual twin. Basically like that. And we can calmly swap it ourselves. I've done a lot of those myself. Just depends how we want to go with it.
How much is that?
This one was about 1,700.
Harbor Freight don't have one?
Harbor Freight does have one, but they don't have any in stock.
Oh, okay.
I checked with them today.
Nobody had any of the Vanguards to go?
I'm still checking on the Vanguard, try to find one locally, I just getting prices. Just looking online, they run 1,500 was the cheapest I found, but most of them around 2,000, 2,200. So I'll keep looking at the price of that, but that's the price range we're looking at. Otherwise, it's a whole new pump and motor assembly. Like I said, this one, the only one I can get was $44.95. What's the horsepower? 18 horse.
It's new,
What?
new, is it new?
Yeah.
Brand new.
Brand new.
Yeah, brand new pump. Yeah, I don't want to put a rebuilt one on there. But they said this one just worn out. The valves are.
The valves in the motor are just
So,
worn out.
like
He
I
said it should have blew up 1,500 hours ago.
But we only need a motor, right?
Yeah, I think we, like, originally we thought we were going to do the motor and pump, but like Jeff said, I think we can get away with just doing the motor for now.
Yeah, because.
It still pumps water.
And things like that. You know, it's just something we've got to do fairly quickly just because we're in the middle of brush season ourselves. Is this electric sport? Yes, it is. Yeah.
The pump still pumps water good when the motor's running.
Yeah.
It's just every once in a while, the motor sometimes will run for 3-4 hours, fine. And sometimes they run for 20 minutes, shut off, and
It's just back and
it'll
forth.
crank back up. Yeah.
Seems like every time we use it, we shut it off, it's done. It's not coming back on for at least 2 hours. Now, it's coils or something in there, and it just, it gets hot and gets sloppy. So I didn't know how, which way y'all wanted to go with it, but those were the options. And I'll still check around and get a firm price on trying to get one locally, because it'd be a lot quicker to put it in service.
I'm fine with doing just a motor. So,
I'm not a big fan of Briggs, but, when you get up to that horsepower, there's a difference between it, that's still a lot more stuff.
Yeah.
What we used to use it is, I've got one that's 36 horsepower. And a long one,
Yeah.
but, it's not a Briggs, it's a Kawasaki.
The reason I was looking at the Vanguard, because that's what's on them, and that's what the pumps already matched to. So, because I was trying to find another adapter plate for the pump to go with that, I figured it'd just easier to replace it the same.
Have you looked at, I don't know what they got, I know they do sell some of that stuff, like Rose and big boys and some of those places.
They've got volume pumps, they don't have any pressure pumps, right?
No, I'm talking about motors.
Motors?
They actually have,
I have not checked with them. I checked around some of the small engine places.
one king,
Yeah, we're looking those out.
Yeah, and I checked with Lanes and Wilson, and he doesn't even want, says he doesn't even have time to look at it, tell us what's wrong with it. So he's running busy. So it's just that time of year, it's going on, and unfortunately, all the fire stuff's already shifted out west. So California's running like crazy right now.
how soon was that the one gonna be here if we ordered the Briggs?
Just the motor.
Yeah, just the motor.
It was in stock and probably looking at 7 to 10 days.
what was up in the country?
That was just coming off Amazon.
They have a Vanguard on Amazon about the same time frame. That's what that right now.
So,
1,500. They're both pretty much the same price. Briggs is actually a little more.
Well, how about we just make a motion to a price instead of a motor?
Make a motion to approve the purchase of the new brush pump motor, up to $2,500. Just in case they charge good enough for shipping, the weight's probably 25-30 pounds. Yeah.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those, and motion carries. It's pumped.
okay, I appreciate it. Just for information, the last couple of the truck went on that died, we had that towed. So just overheated on us out there, so it's in the shop. Get the place
The
out
new
there.
truck?
No,
No, the truck's definitely what, on 50.
Oh,
yeah, the old pickup truck, so hopefully it's not gonna be anything too much, but, we should probably know something tomorrow, next day on what it's gonna cost us. But good news is, push come to shove, we don't have everything mounted yet, but, the new pumper truck is operational. So we got all the critical points on it, so we can pump water with it and push water to somebody else, so it's up and running finally and pretty much in service. Like I said, they finished loading all the hose on it yesterday, so we still got some hand tools and stuff put on there, but right now they're just sitting in the compartments.
Have they tested the baby box yet?
No, the alarm folks are supposed to be here at 9:30 tomorrow morning to put the alarm in, and once they get it done, then I have to contact the big box folks, and they'll
come down and help us do the testing, so it meets their standards and stuff like that. I've already contacted and told them how close we were, where we were, so they'll know about that, but we'll see what happens when it comes. So hopefully tomorrow, they won't push us off another time. So, as far as the hydrants go, we're about 50% complete on getting the hydrants checked. So like we got 51, I think, to the 85 that we have. So,
How many so far that you know going to use plates?
I think we have 3 that don't function, several of them that don't shut off all the way.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, as long as the cap's on them, they'll hold up, but not with, like, you know, with cold weather, it shouldn't be a problem, but when you open them up to service them, they dump in water. So, I've got a list of those, I'll get a full list once we get them all done. We've got a handful of those, I think 9 last night I did. I have got a full count on what's wrong with the last 12 or so they did.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll find out what that's like. And I'll get with Curtis on those too. So, and, I did put the hydrant valve on that hydrant there, so we're good. That's what I had. So, yeah, we found that with the water meters that are being rented now, once they're sitting on the hydrant, we can't use the hydrant unless we put an extra valve on there to shut theirs off, otherwise water flows right through there. That one out.
Go ahead and use it.
Well, it also erodes everything out there too, so I'm trying to be nice about that.
Yeah.
So like I said, fireworks are in the station, so, we should be good to go on that. I'm going through, kind of looking at them and trying to plan it out, so it should be good on the 4th of July for that. Signs up, running, fully functional. I don't know if you can buy it, but Bob's got it rotating through things and works really well. So, I'm happy that's done.
Good job, Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked a little bit, I had other things to deal with, so I gave it a lot to do. And EMR class is in progress now, so we should have 5 or 6 graduating out of that at the end of the month. So we'll be certified in that, all that stuff. Slowly but surely we're making progress. So we got part of the filter system in for the bays. One of the control boards in the back order, it's all we're waiting on. And when I get that in, we'll probably have to get bids for somebody to run the electric out there for those. But I don't know what that is till I see where they are and what it's gonna draw, so that'll be in the future. Other than that, that's all I got.
What about the cadet program you were talking about before? Did y'all settle on something, or are you still gathering information about?
Yeah, I wanted to go with the Florida Fire Chiefs Association.
Mm-hmm.
I did send you got the insurance policy. I didn't know if anybody went through it.
It looks fine to me.
It looks fine. I want to start actually advertising that just as we get towards the school year. We can advertise it on our side and go through the school and stuff like that. The ages are going to be 15 to 18.
Okay, so that's like 10th grade, 12th grade?
Yeah, we're only going to do 10 to start.
Okay.
Because that's all I can handle right now. Just kind of figure it out, see how it goes.
Okay.
I'm going to put together some sort of a budget that will probably ask for some seed money from our group fund, just to get shirts and stuff like that for the kids.
Okay. So when
get them started, then they can do their own fundraising.
Okay.
And then I got to figure out how they can set up their own account to put that money into it. Because obviously it would be a nonprofit type thing.
Okay. So when you have it finalized and it's ready for kids from the school, let me know so I can put you in contact with who we need to be in contact with.
Cool.
And the only thing else, so far this month, we had 63 calls. 44 med, 15 fire, 3 were dispatched in error, and 1 were canceled before we got there, so. We're still running plenty of calls, that's half the month, so we're at 63. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much. Sounds good. All right, Mr. Warren, can you hear me?
He's sitting there. He's
You looking for me?
Yes.
Yeah, I got nothing to add for you folks.
All
I
right.
wish I did, but I don't.
What are you going to talk about?
You do.
All right. You want me to talk about that?
The Form 1.
I put it on your agenda to talk about the Form 6 versus the Form 1.
Okay, listen, whatever you're saying, it's not coming through the microphone system, neighbors garble. And then the one person I can hear is Sue. So if somebody needs to get something to me, please ask Sue to.
All right. I'll take it, Attorney Warren, it's fine. I'll take it. Okay, so in your packets, this came down from both Florida League of Cities, as you can see, and then I think I sent you emails from the Supervisor of Elections. So last Monday on June 10th, a federal court granted a preliminary injunction that changes the form filing requirement from a 2023 Form 6 back to a 2023 Form 1 for mayors and city, town, governing board members. It's effective immediately. If you already filed a Form 6, you can't take it back and file Form 1. The Form 6 is going to stay for the remainder. But if you have not filed, you can now file a Form 1. Then you go onto that EFDMS, and you have to do it by July 1st. So you got it.
Well, the second email that you sent said that they were given an extension until like the 15th or something, but it has to be online. One of those emails said that because the ruling just changed, that they gave like 2 more weeks. So I thought the 15th was the...
That wasn't in Florida League of Cities. I need to go back and look at that. If that was
It was in one of the emails that you sent us. It was one of those emails.
Okay. Maybe it was from Tammy.
The old form is all that you have to file. It's the same as we used to file. And they extended the time because of the confusion that somebody just pointed out. We didn't reach the file. The new form, unless and until that injunction is released or a different decision is made, the new form is out of confusion, not lies to file. Just the old one that you've been filing all along. Form 1 versus the Form 6.
Still says July 1st. I'm glad I procrastinated.
Did anybody do their Form 6?
I can't remember what I did with that, to tell you the truth.
You should have gotten, if you did it, you should have gotten one of these emails from the Ethics Commission saying
That you did.
verification receipt of submission to the electronic financial disclosure filing.
I didn't do it. Yeah.
So if you were waiting.
I know they were arguing over it, so yeah.
I knew that they were in court, so.
I would still do it by July 1st, just in case. But again, you've got to remember, it's only electronic. You're not doing,
You can't do paper
you
anymore.
can't do paper anymore, correct? You have to go to that EFDMS system. And you do have to create
An account.
a username and password. You have to create an account. That's correct, right.
Did you?
I'll just keep them all the same.
Oh, I got something.
I'll tell y'all something. Just be thankful Virginia called the people.
Okay, anything else, Mr. Warren?
No, sir.
Thank you. All right, committee reports. Yes, I have something here he is here tonight. At our last meeting, Bruce brought up the fact about the road deal, why we did not. So, to confirm what we thought we did, we went back to Sue, not I. She went back to the, what was that, appropriation, what's her name?
That was from Midtown,
Right, but I mean, we went back to the FDOT with,
right? Oh, Lori Schubert.
Lori.
FDOT.
yeah. And we questioned her about how we came about that program. In other words, and this is what they sent us back. And we also discussed this with Jason, who is the guy that does the appropriations. Okay, and it says too soon. And it says, I discussed with Jason and reviewed the initial SCOP application documentation and correspondence from 2020 to 2021. The municipal SCOP program is a competitive program, and per Florida legislator, the program received $9 million in funding statewide to qualified projects. including the half-mile northeast 90th Avenue, the project would have nearly tripled the length of the western roadway if we had brought the cost estimate north of $1 million to do the whole thing. This would have made the application less competitive and more difficult to fund. Wilson Avenue was thought to be the priority at the time, and it was authorized for the stop application. I recall there was also the discussion at the time that the county may fund the rest of it, and blah, 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 with the road construction. And basically, that was his, let's see, now that Wilson Avenue is complete, the town is closing out the project. We can help the town submit funding applications to fund Northeast 90th Avenue now that that's done. So that was basically a response to how and why it turned out the way it did.
I understand that, but that was 2020. It was written way before 2020. So I understand where you're coming from, and I'm good with all that. I'm good. I got that email from her.
Okay.
But if it would have been pursued, I can assure you, they would have found the funding for that road. I don't doubt that one bit. So I'm good with it though. It's over now. But I'm just telling you that if it would have been pursued, they'd have found the funding to get that, because they always have spillover cash for all these different projects. So it's all good though. It's all good. I appreciate you following it up, Joe.
Okay. All right, moving on. Last week, I have not given any reports on the Walksassa water and wastewater treatment facility thing, project that we're working on. But, and the reason why we've been looking at funding and all kind of different stuff and getting this done and that done, and it's just going around and around in circles. But we finally came last week and had our preliminary meeting and scoring for our RFQs. RFQ is request for qualifications for an engineering firm. It was Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday. Of last week, that meeting took place here. We chose the Dewberry engineering firm was awarded the contract. That contract is for the $300,000 grant that was appropriated for this project. So they will start tomorrow. We will go through the contract signing and all that stuff, supposedly, if everything goes all right, and see the key tomorrow for the preliminary plans for this project. Because you got to have a plan before you go to ask for money. So that part is done, or is supposedly done. And unless we run into some hiccup, that should be finished by they told me today in about the 20 different phone calls and the emails back and forth that they hope to have that done by December of this year. In that conversation, there is also conversations about things that are fixing to start happening. For one thing, Swan River Water Management has decided that they want to come down here and test our well system. And they're going to pay for that. That's a good thing. They also have already, this is conversations that we're talking about, and there's a lot of other projects that they're fixing to be involved in also to help us proceed with this. So, like I say, everything is looking good. And if you got any questions, by all means, you are welcome to come to the meeting tomorrow. If you want to, I will try to update you, or if you have any questions for me, I will do my very best to answer. The only other thing I've got is the road going out here. Of course, you know, I've had several phone calls. Well, are they through? Did they do? No, they're not through. That's just the sub that they put down first. What they'll do is they'll let that settle out. So anytime that you have any bumps or anything else, they'll let people run over. Believe it or not, traffic run over. It's the best thing to stop that. So they will come back with a leveling course on the top, that will take place whenever they get back around to it.
They said the loops were gonna be done in July?
Yes, I think that's right.
July?
Yeah.
It's like in a
Well,
month.
what Stu's talking about is on the red lights, you got to come in there and put those underground things down the curb, using them.
Look like they already have made way and put in loops. If you look up to the traffic lights, you can see they all connected now, so I don't know if they're gonna put something else over them.
They would have put the loops in when they milled the road, so I don't think they would have maybe paved. And then,
We called them and asked them, and believe it or not, what was that she said? She said,
They said they weren't done,
they weren't done, and it was in their project, but it was not done before they paved the road. So I don't know. Kind of caught me off guard too, because I expected it to be done prior to it, you know.
we got an inch and a half of super pave to put on, so maybe they're gonna put them in after, before the super pave.
Come back here and tear it up and everything before they put that level course on the top. So, okay. Ms. Sherry?
Hopefully we have no need for the cameras, but they are good, right? Yes?
I'm gonna mount one on a fence post. We went out there and tried to look at it to, do it on the steel post for the gate, but it wasn't gonna give, it wasn't, not a right and stay, so I got to put a, I'm gonna get an old fence post behind the fire station, there's a pile of it back there, so I'm gonna get one of those and just mount on a fence post.
The school been out about 2 weeks now. Curtis, we ain't had no problems out there, have we?
None that I noticed.
It's hot out there.
It ain't, yeah, they don't care.
It's not that hot tonight.
Are we gonna get signs for the 4th of July, the yard signs for the 4th
Yes.
of July stuff?
Yes, I'll make sure that the time gets on there and get them out.
Okay, and if you can have somebody send that to, because they do, once you get closer to it, they'll put them on the news. They have like a, what is it, community bulletin board?
Yeah.
And if you send it to them so that it can be advertised. And that's it.
Tom?
Jeff pretty well covered everything. They had EMR classes going on. They got a class going on tonight. Should be done the 27th is the last day, I think. For that, so have some more people with that certification. We've been talking about getting another vehicle. Well, we realized there was still money left from the USDA grant from buying the pumper. There's $49,000 left, I think. So looking at, originally we were going to redo the squad truck, but we think it's going to exceed the budget that we can spend up to $140,000. They'll cover $49,000, but we think it's going to cost more than that to redo the squad the way we would want to. So we're looking at maybe buying a truck. I'm trying to get a picture of the battalion truck, something kind of like the battalion chief truck is, like a quick out med response. 85% of our calls are medical calls, but it'll also have extinguishers, stuff like that on there. I'm trying to get a picture so you guys can see what it looks like.
I may have one on one.
Yeah, I just texted the battalion chief to send one, so we'll see what she does. So hopefully we're gonna be called DeWalt Chevy to get quotes for that. I haven't heard nothing back, so I'm gonna try to reach out again tomorrow and see if I can get a hold of the guy. So, because we're hoping if we can get a truck off the state bid, and then Jeff's been looking into some different style toppers or shells to go in the back to weatherproof it, and put like a bed slide back there to have the equipment on. There he is. He's got a picture of it right there. Put a bed slide in there where all the equipment can pull out and just have it allow us to put more in there. And then we can send it to Ocala for lighting and decals and all that stuff. And it would replace truck 70 as the first out medical truck for medical calls. Something that's overdue, so hopefully we can get it before it completely dies. Because I fear the longer we have to run the brush truck on medical calls,
And how much
it's
does
gonna die.
how much does it cost to start these up?
We're probably gonna spend close to the $140,000.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the pod in the back runs about 12,000, and whatever the price of the trucks.
I'm thinking the truck's gonna be 60 to 70,000 for the vehicle for a 2500 diesel. Long wheelbase, four-wheel drive, four-door. So I'm thinking 65 to 70,000 for a truck. So
This one's a two-door.
another 12,000 for that. So you're talking, we'll have, I don't know how much lighting costs. I'd imagine the outfit one's probably $20,000 in lights, lighting, siren, to have a company do it professionally. So we'll be spending close to $140,000. That's what I would imagine.
What about the
I haven't heard anything definitive about Rescue 9, but everybody, a couple people I've talked to, they said the word around the street is they're hoping 3 months. So they're, I know there's been a lot of, their public safety director's been, he's been digging into it a lot more. Jeff Gunn plans for the building, and he's been going to all the rescues and talking to them about stuff they want. So I think they're going to move faster than we originally thought. I think they want to get them out before storm season gets really bad in August and September. So
Because to get a swimming pool right there in front of that,
they got a retention pond, but they're more worried about it blowing away.
yeah.
So, but that's not dependent. That's just word on the street. So we'll see.
Miss Virginia?
Ms. Thomas, did you have something you wanted to add?
Oh, I got, do I need this? For the record, Natalie Thomas. But, I brought this up a while back, and I thought I don't know if I ever got an answer to it, but it's about the building official hours. He's only here one day a week. Why is he not here all day long? Like, he comes in, he's usually in meetings with Sue half the morning, and by noon, he's gone. Like, I tried to turn in a permit the other day, I got there like 12 o'clock, he was already gone. And I know Sue is on the Affordable Housing Committee with me for the county, which we're trying to hopefully get something going for the town. And one day a week building official is not gonna work. That's why we don't build in the city limits anymore. Because if you need to fix something or need a re-inspection, you're automatically delayed the whole week. And I feel like if he's only gonna be here one day a week, he needs to be here all day.
Yeah.
Well, the reason he's not here, I can tell you definitively, is because he has 3 other municipalities he works with.
But we pay him to work for hours. It's like, how much are y'all paying him to be here half
Well,
the
you know,
day?
we only pay him for what he does. Maybe you guys think we're paying him.
But if he was
regardless
here more, he would have more to do.
of- Not really. Last week, he only had 1 inspection and 1 review.
But
That's it.
nobody wants to build here because of your system. That's why the town is not getting more bills in it.
So you think if we had him here all day on Wednesday, that we would get more building?
Honestly, I would like y'all to revisit getting another building department because, I mean, it's gonna take time to get word out that he is here all day, but one day a week just does not work. It really makes, construction time, it drags it out when you can only get 1 inspection a week. Like, you might fail an inspection for something that take an hour to fix, and now you gotta wait a whole week just to get another inspection to keep moving forward.
I get it.
It's not conducive to bringing in construction, and especially if you're talking about trying to get commercial construction going, it's not gonna happen with 1 day a week inspections.
I mean, I can talk to them. That's why I'm asking what the council wants to do. If you guys want me to try and get somebody in here a full day, I have to go back to
Before we do
St.
anything, we're gonna have to find out what it costs.
Well, they only get paid for what they do. We don't pay him to just sit here.
I understand it.
So he gets
But-
paid on site reviews, he gets paid on inspections. So he could be here for 8 hours, but if he only does 2 things, he's only gonna bill us for 2 things.
But the system would work better if at least like, if you emailed a contract, a permit package to him, and he could work on it from wherever he is, and you don't have to wait on him a whole week to give you an answer, that's even a solution. Because I was told that like, you can email it to him, but nothing's gonna happen until he comes back on Wednesday.
Right.
So,
Because
if he's not gonna be here, you should at least be able to email him and get things done, the things that can be done through email, you should be able to submit and get an answer back, other than 1 day a week.
Okay. Let's start with that.
And before you came, I had brought this up, and Ms. Sue said that she was told that if you need a specific inspection, that you can contact her and he can come on a different day.
Oh,
So he's in Chiefland one day and in Wilson.
So what is the permit
And I didn't
process?
know
When you
that.
submit a permit, what's the process? Like, how long does it take him to review a permit and approve it?
If it's complete, it's pretty quick.
But that's the problem. I wanted him to look through the permit to make sure it was complete before I left it, because I didn't want to be delayed a whole week. But if he's not here, you don't know, so I'm gonna turn it in Wednesday, and then if something is not right, now it's another whole week before I can get him what he needs.
I agree.
When he could just look at it and email me and say, hey, you're missing this, this, and this, send this to me and I can email you an approval. It could be that simple.
Is this a single individual company? Or is this a company that's got other inspectors?
We have one person that's assigned to areas, but it's a, yeah, it's a big, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just saying, if the conversation happened and you let them know what you're being burdened with in Bronson, then maybe they try to make some adjustments to maybe get here a little bit more.
Like an electronic, yeah.
Communicating with people.
But a lot of that stuff can be done remotely, and that's what Ms.
Electronic permitting.
Yeah.
Alachua County does it all the time. Like, we need to,
Like, he can look through the permit
Yeah.
somewhere else. You don't have to be sitting in Bronson
But
in
that
town.
requires a conversation. If everybody just say, well, it's just like this, then that's what it's gonna
But
stay like.
this is, but him only being here a half a day is an issue. And then, I did want to say happy Juneteenth to everybody, because we will not see each other before then.
If
And
y'all
also-
not doing anything, we're celebrating over in Williston in front of the, City Hall,
Yes, ma'am.
10 to
2.
And, I just wanted to give y'all the heads up that, B. Jones is supposed to be hosting a back-to-school event at the park here on August the 4th. And he is looking for three hairstylists to volunteer if they want, and 3 barbers to volunteer if they want. He's looking for as many volunteers as he can. So if y'all, yes, it's from 1 to 5. There's gonna be free food, live DJ, downtown, fun stations, giveaways.
What's the date again?
August the 4th.
And, B. Jones is originally from Bronson, so he's trying to give back to our community. If you want to donate, your time or money, I can get you his information. But I personally will be supporting this 10 toes down.
Because he's gonna do backpacks and that kind of stuff, so even if you wanna donate to the cost of that,
All right, that it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Frank?
Yeah, like I said earlier, not having no cemetery meeting, until August.
I got something else I forgot about. When she said something about the back school thing, you may remember Hope Searles Sherry probably remembers her. She owns a boutique in Williston, or I think it's an online boutique now, but she does a lot of festivals and stuff like that. She just did the first Williston Watermelon Festival. But she contacted me about wanting to maybe bring some of her festivals to Bronson, which they're always, a lot of people go to them. So she's, me and her have been talking, we're trying to iron out dates and stuff, but she wants to do a fall festival thing, either at the park, or she thought about doing it on Court Street, in front of the courthouse, doing it there, which we just had to get approval from the county to shut.
We used to have one on Main Street, and that was kind of a good, shady position.
So she's working with her on that, so just to figure out dates and what she wants to do. I think that she just did the Williston Watermelon Festival, and she had like 150 vendors there, and they said there was several thousand people that went to it.
I heard it was a really good turnout. I wasn't here.
It was on the news.
Yeah, so
when they played it again, one of those 6 times, it was on.
all her usual festivals that she does at the Workman Park are all well over 100 booths there. A lot of people go to it, so hopefully we can iron it out and she can get something like that set up in Bronson. So, but add to that, whoever you said was doing that one. If you want, you can send me his contact info, and I'll talk to him. I can get the Peanut Federation always gives like they'll either do book bags or they do like pallets of peanut butter to give out. So I can call Laura that runs the Peanut Federation with dates and everything, and she can make sure we have something.
Okay.
All right. Anything else from the public?
The truck that is working, is that the internet people working on it?
Oh, like what?
Is that what they're doing, putting those little black boxes on the
Little
poles?
black boxes.
I got mine today.
No way.
Yes, today.
You got internet?
Man was knocking on my door this afternoon about 1 o'clock. I said, no, sir, can I have a box of it? I said, can I help you get out there?
Yeah, that's what the black boxes are.
Yeah,
Receiver
I was
boxes.
just putting on the telephone poles after
You
they.
just have the box, or you have the internet in your house?
No, it's just a box up there. That's got to be done first. And then the man that installs it into your house, he comes later on. He said you should get, and he said it will come in and email to you very quickly to set up your date.
They've been in town putting the
I've
boxes
been
on.
watching the phone all afternoon.
They got one around listed as some women's prison or something. I had to check both of them. They got one of them listed as the women's prison.
It is. They got different substations on where it's concentrated. And depending on who your feeder station is, depends on when you get service. It's like 5 in this area that service Bronson.
Well, they said my house was the prison.
It is the women, because that's where the substation for it is out there.
Oh, my goodness.
It's not a prison anymore, though. They turned it into something else.
Yeah, it's
Public safety complex.
They are going to offer to, I was in a meeting with them last week, they hosted the Williston Chamber luncheon, and they said they are going to offer, if anybody cares, home phone service. If anybody has
Oh.
Do people still use it?
internet and some food, if you want.
People don't have home phones.
I have a home phone.
That you answer?
I'm old school.
You waiting on the apocalypse?
Hey, I lived through 9/11, so I will always have a home phone, because during 9/11.
You can still dial 911 even if you don't have service on.
I will always have a home phone, that's just me, maybe I'm old school,
Very.
so. always bring one.
Oh, that is who it is.
All right, anything else? You had a chance to look over the bills.
I make a motion that we pay the bills.
Second.
Probably moved to second, that we pay our bills. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Meeting adjourned.